Welcome to The Drive, your commute-sized podcast powered by the West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce and ITA Group. In the time it takes to get across the metro, you'll gain fresh insights from Iowa's top leaders, CEOs, innovators, and changemakers who are shaping the future of business. I'm your host, Katherine Harrington, and each week we'll explore leadership, loyalty, and the big ideas that keep our region moving forward. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of The Drive. I'm so excited. We have Dr. Angela Franklin with us, President and CEO of DMU, Des Moines University in West Des Moines, Iowa. So, Dr. Franklin, it's so nice to be here with you.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you.
I'm so excited to get caught up on DMU. You are doing amazing things. Every time we meet with your marketing team, I'm like, and you're doing that, and you're doing that, and you're doing so. You are a huge innovator, and I can't wait to learn more and help our audience also learn about all the great things that you're doing. So tell us about DMU. We could talk for hours, but let's start there. Okay.
You know, there's a story here about Des Moines University I'd love to share today.
Yeah.
Of course, I've been here as its president and CEO for almost 15 years now.
My gosh.
So I'm one of the longer-serving presidents. But I came in 2011
Okay.
at a time that Des Moines University had a wonderful history of excellence in the health sciences. And the question of any new president coming to a new environment is to try to figure out how can I improve upon and what more can we do?
Yeah.
And every new leader wants to set mission and vision and goals and strategy. I never imagined it would mean relocating the campus, but along the way, it became pretty clear that where we were at 3,200 Grand in Des Moines, Iowa, was not going to be a place we could continue to grow. So having been established in 1898 as the second oldest DO school in the country. We had become a university in the 1970s and 80s by adding other degree programs. We started as just a DO school.
Okay.
But in that period of time, we relocated. So where we were on 3,200 Grand wasn't the original home. It was a Catholic girls' school that the president in the 1970s decided to relocate the campus there.
Oh.
So I came at a time where we had done great work in providing future health professionals for the world.
Yeah.
Our students have gone all over the world. Of course, we meet the healthcare needs of the state of Iowa, but the question is now what? And what more can we do?
Yeah.
So I got to come to a place where I could start dreaming big, thinking of what's next for the institution. And we've done some pretty amazing things in this time that I've been here.
It's incredible. So that dreaming big, obviously, was your board encouraging that, or was that you leading that?
It's an idea that I brought. You know, one
You
thing
brought
about
it, okay.
a new leader always tries to figure out what is your vision for the institution. And I can go back to my inaugural address that was printed. And people assume since I talked about dreaming big in my inaugural address, I always intended to build a whole new campus. That was not the intent. The intent in terms of dreaming big at the time was imagining a future state for this institution that takes us to the next level.
Okay.
So we had a wonderful history of being one of the best DO schools in the country.
Amazing.
But what about an aspirational goal of being one of the best health professions universities in the country? Not just DO,
But all
of the other degree programs being a part of a university that elevates all of us. So that was my idea, dreaming big. What more can we do as an institution? So if you read my inaugural address, I talked about dreaming big, but not a whole new campus.
Yeah.
That was a surprise for even me, because that came along at a time when we got into a point that we taking care of a lot of the objective outcomes in terms of outcomes of our students' performance and our accreditation standards. All the things higher ed must do, we surpassed. We didn't just meet goals, we began surpassing them.
Nice.
But the idea of adding new degree programs, we were stuck because we were landlocked in a place that we could not grow. We couldn't add any new degree program.
Classrooms and
It was at that point, it was 2018, that we realized this is about the size we can always be because there's no room to grow here.
Yeah.
And that's when I had this conversation with my board leadership. I remember they were asking, what should we do? And I jokingly said to them, I wish I could just pick this whole campus up and move it somewhere else so we have room to grow.
Oh my gosh.
And the response was, okay.
Wow. Okay.
And it was surprising because I was sort of joking, thinking we can't grow here.
Yeah.
And it was a pleasant surprise that my board leadership said, we would love for you to continue to realize this vision for this university, to think bigger and bolder than we've ever thought before. And if it means relocating, this wasn't our original home, so why not look for another place to go? So we bought 88 acres of farmland in West Des Moines.
Oh my gosh.
The only place we could get that big of a plot of land.
Is that why West Des Moines, it was more of a kind of a, how big the land was?
We were 20 acres downtown at $3,200 and we wanted to at least double that. But 40-acre plots of land were just not available in Des Moines. And we just happened to know the person who represented McKinney Family Farms. And they said, we'll have you have a conversation with them. And thanks to the opportunity that the McKinney family farm and the family members, they were so excited that we wanted to consider their land. And they said, we have way more than 40 acres. And they do.
We can help you with it.
So we looked at the many opportunities in West Des Moines and thought this would be a place that we can now continue to thrive and continue to have the home of Des Moines University for the next 100+ years. Never worrying about being landlocked again.
For all those new programs.
All the new programs.
Healthcare for, all the different.
So for the first time, I was able to say to our faculty, and now we can talk about adding that occupational therapy degree, which was one of the degrees they wanted to add that we could not add where we were. And now we can talk about that PhD program in biomedical sciences that we were not able to do. So all of a sudden, we immediately moved forward and adding those new degree programs. And fast forward 3 years later, we moved in with those 2 degree programs in place. So the first OTD students started on our new campus.
They did neat.
Yes. So it was a dream realized that now we have room to grow, and we were able to do it. And we completed the campus build in less time than anyone would have imagined through the pandemic, because 2020 came along and we thought, oh my gosh, how are we going to continue to go? And I jokingly said to my board, I don't think I knew I was supposed to stop because there was a pandemic. So I just kept going. We just kept moving forward. We kept meeting. And all of our meetings were virtual anyway with our design team, RDG Design, with the team out of Omaha and out of New York City. We were Zooming with them anyway. So we just kept meeting. And we kept moving forward in the process. So we proudly moved in summer of 2023, and we did a year of, sort of checklists and making sure everything's in order. And we opened to the public in summer 24. So we've been there 2 years already.
That's
even though it feels very new,
it does feel very new.
It was very new to us still.
Oh my! It is a showpiece. The design is stunning.
And RDG has won international awards for the design, so we're so proud of the partnership we had with them.
It's amazing.
They've done great work.
I mean, around the country, the nation, I'm sure people are looking at what you have done and said, this is how we should do it, right? I mean, I bet that's what's happening.
And it's attracting even more students. So we have other universities, other programs coming to look. RDG is bringing in people now to tour, because they are a design firm, and others are coming to them now to say, can we come take a look at what you designed for DMU? So that is happening, but it's also attracting more and more students who, see this fresh, new, shiny object, this new institution that has all the bells and whistles, because we plan for a future state. So we design the space that it will forever be able to evolve. So all of our spaces can flex into something else. So some of the design features that we incorporated, are sustainable. And we don't have to worry about big auditoriums that are tiered spaces. It's hard to convert that into something else. So all of our surfaces can be multi-purpose spaces by design.
Flexible by design. So how many programs do you have now then?
So there are 3 colleges and 10 degree programs now.
10, wow.
10 degree programs, with the OTD and the PhD being the newest 2.
And how many students do you serve?
We still have about 1,800 students total across all programs, with the DO program still being the largest. There are about 230 DO students every year. And the other programs are a little, much smaller than that. So they are still our oldest and our largest degree program.
That's incredible. So I know you do a lot with educating youth and getting them excited about a career in healthcare. Tell us about that. That is really, really, really neat.
pipeline is so important to us. We need to make sure we're sort of growing our own
Yeah.
future health professionals.
Yeah.
So we love to work within the community and provide those opportunities for young learners to get them excited about science and get them excited about careers in the health professions.
We need that.
So we have a program for girls called GEMS, Girls Exploring Medicine and Science.
Okay.
And we have a program for boys as well, boys reaching for opportunities in science. So Gems and Bros. Gems and Bros.
I knew it was
it's a
something like that,
Saturday program we do in the spring.
Okay.
And it's for fourth to sixth graders
Okay.
that are included in those programs, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, our students run the programs.
Oh,
so the
cute.
pediatrics club and different student clubs actually plan the programming. So
Neat.
they're getting opportunities to be mentored by individuals who are actually in the health professionals training programs, and it's a fun day. It's one of the most exciting days that we do to see all of these kids running around, and they scrub in for surgeries. They learn how to do dissections in anatomy labs, so they get excited, for science.
Yeah,
and
we need that. We need more healthcare professionals going to that field.
we need to continue to grow the pipeline.
Yeah, the pipeline. That's huge.
And then we also partner we have programs for high school kids. We have mini medical school that's open to, future health professionals as well.
Mini medical school?
It's called mini medical school.
my gosh.
So those are high school kids that are interested in a deeper dive in the sciences. And they come in the winter months to spend like 4 to 6 sessions on a particular topic of focus.
Wow.
And it changes every year. And then we have a new young scientist program with that PhD program now. Our new chief research officer, Dr. Pravin Mishra, brought the idea of doing something for young scientists.
Ooh.
So we're partnering with the schools now, bringing kids to our young scientist program. We just had it a few weeks ago on a Saturday.
Okay.
And there were 100 kids, and they actually do research projects for the day, and they have to present their research. So we're trying to really encourage and excite, our future health professionals, starting early and then hopefully keeping them excited, because one day they will be our students.
Yeah, of course. And they'll be serving communities. Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. Congratulations on all of this.
Thank you.
It is.
Thank you. We're excited.
Oh my gosh. Now you've written a couple of books, haven't you? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because you may need. Have you written a book recently?
It was released at the opening of the new campus.
It was.
Yeah,
Okay.
And given that we built our campus literally from the ground up on 88 acres of farmland, the book is entitled "Leadership from the Ground Up."
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So it was released and available on Amazon.
Okay. Good.
So Leadership from the Ground Up tells the story, sort of a continuation of the first book that I wrote, which was An Unconventional Journey, An Unlikely Choice, which tells my story of how I got to Des Moines University in the first place. And this question of, would they really hire me for the role? Because being in higher ed, university leaders, presidencies, you're normally nominated. You're not just applying for a job. So for years, I've been debating, is this the role for me? I had sort of an aspiration to be a college president, but the question is, how do you get there? So what I chronicle in that first book was after I got here, because I never really thought they would hire me for the job. Because most of the leaders that I knew who were presidents of health sciences universities were physicians. I'm a PhD clinical psychologist.
Okay.
I've been on the faculty of a medical school and been an administrator of other medical schools, but I thought when it was time to select a president, they likely would hire a physician.
Okay.
Until I got the call about Des Moines University's search, and their answer to me when I asked the question, are you looking for a physician? Because I'm not a physician, was, we've had more PhD presidents and non-physician presidents than physician presidents. So they are very much interested in you and your background.
Ooh.
So it was exciting. It's sort of affirming that maybe I had prepared myself for an institution just like this, because my entire career was in health professions education. Right out of grad school, I landed on the faculty of a medical school in Atlanta, Georgia, teaching behavioral medicine to first and second year medical students. So that's where I started as an assistant professor of psychiatry and behavioral medicine.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
So starting out in academia as a faculty member, I never imagined I'd end up where I am today.
Yeah.
So that first book was telling that story of doubt, questioning, having a calling and thinking as your purpose, but not sure how to get there. So that was the first book. And then being here for the period of time that I've been here and doing something so transformative like building a whole new campus is sort of a continuation of the story of what happened after I got here. And then how do we do something so bold and transformative, like build a whole new campus?
And what are the top leadership lessons from that journey? Because that's a huge, it's risky. It's probably scary. It's you probably never have done this before.
Never done this before, no.
So it's like, how do we do something that I've never done before, the first time? So tell us about some of those leadership journeys. That's huge. It's massive.
Yeah, so there were a number of lessons in leadership that I lift up in the book, but some of the things that just top of mind that were really important for me. One, the support of the board, which trusted my leadership, and building that relationship. A lot of times, university presidents, don't really know how to build those relationships beyond what happens in the board meetings. But it's so important for every new leader to really build deep relationships with the Board of Trustees. So the individuals that hired me believed in me as a new leader, but then how do I build upon that relationship? So I remember in those early days with my board, I told them I would never surprise them. I would always keep them informed. There was no decision I ever made, no transformative change, no idea that I didn't vet first with them. So there were no surprises, and I asked that they trust my leadership in building that relationship. So there were no surprises. So the consistency in that message and the manner in which I built those relationships was so key. So 10 years later, when I say, we're going to build a whole new campus, they had a sense of comfort in knowing that they could trust me. To do the right thing, but also keep them informed about what the challenges have been and what are the pitfalls and what are the risks and how do we navigate that. So I worked to build that relationship. So that was the first thing. That really it was so important. And I jokingly say I learned how to do that by seeing how other presidents had missteps in not building that relationship first. A lot of presidencies didn't survive because they did not have that level of trust and respect within the board. They're the ones that hire you. They are also the ones that can fire you.
For sure,
And from that point, it was, how do I build a relationship with my team and my campus community? They need to know you in a different kind of way. A lot of times there's a honeymoon phase, and you come in the door, everyone's excited, there's a new president, and then it's, okay, so what is she going to do now? And what will she change, and how will this affect me? So trying to understand that feeling that individuals would have on campus, that there's some concern about change. So how do you bring along a campus, so that they feel respected?
So many people.
And how do they trust your judgment and your leadership? And that takes time as well, so that it took a few years to be affirmed that my decisions were good, as opposed to, oh, she's destroying the place. She's changing too many things. But every president goes through that period of questions from the campus community about what is she doing and why. And sometimes you can tell them why, and sometimes you can't. But having a respect for that. So I've really worked on the relationships with my campus community, faculty, staff, and students. To be present, to listen, to engage them and bring them along with us so that they would feel a part of the organization. So everyone matters. Everyone has an opportunity.
Voice.
So we have faculty leadership, we have our staff leadership, we have student government association. We are one big organization, and all of those individuals matter. And then there's the alumni, and then there are the other friends that support us philanthropically. So it's pulling all those pieces together, and I think the role of the president is to make sure everyone is connected.
I love
sort of the glue that kind of sort of pulls it all together.
Oh my goodness. This is it's fascinating. I can just tell this has been a transformative time for you. It's
Yeah.
been transferred for West Des Moines. I mean, you're in this area that's now booming and growing like crazy. Got the
Yes.
Grand Experience. The
Yes.
Recplex is right across the
Mm-hmm.
street. It's just you're in kind of this huge ecosystem hub of
Mm-hmm.
West Des Moines. Within the next 12 years is just going to see so much growth and affordable housing and
Mm-hmm.
housing for your students. And,
Right.
you've just been
Yeah.
a huge instrumental part in the growth of that area of West Des Moines. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what the next 12 years looks
Yeah.
like.
Well,
So,
we're excited to be there because the Innovation Corridor also spoke to us. Because
yeah.
that whole area is referred to as the
Yes.
Innovation Corridor
Yes.
with DMAC, the West Campus and
Yeah.
DMAC that focuses on technology.
Yep.
And then there's Microsoft
I
there.
know. Yep.
So to be a part of that and to help that develop, to
Yeah.
be a campus for the future and help professions. One of our buildings is even called the Innovation
Innovations.
Building.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
saw
the
that.
Innovation Building.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what are you most looking forward to within the next 10 years for Des Moines University?
Well, now that we're settled into the new campus, the
Yeah.
question was, what do we do with the campus we left behind?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so the home of Des Moines University clearly now is 8025 Grand in West Des Moines.
Hey.
And so what do we do now with 3200 Grand? So we're
Yeah.
still on Grand Avenue.
You're still a Grand.
Just a little bit
That's
further
true.
west.
I didn't piece that together. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
So since we're
Just
not
move down
going
the
to
street.
sell it, at one
Yeah.
point we thought we put it on the market to sell, but with
Okay.
the pandemic, it was impossible, to find anyone that was seriously interested in purchasing to get the value out of the location. So when we realized we could complete the new campus without needing to sell,
Yeah.
why sell?
Yeah.
It's prime real estate. It's a
Oh, yeah.
wonderful
Oh my gosh.
venue.
Right by
So our clinic
Ingersoll.
was always going to stay there. So our clinical services and the people that are served by the Des Moines University Clinic, right there at 3200 Grand, that was always going to stay. The Olson Center, the Louis Event Center that's attached, was always going to be a part of us. It was the
Okay.
rest of the campus we'd initially thought of selling. But we took it off the market in the middle of the pandemic and decided, let's just hold, get settled into the new campus, and then go back and think about what we're going to do next.
Okay.
And we needed that time because it became crystal clear as time went on what we need to do with the space. And the first opportunity came in a conversation with Polk County supervisors.
Oh.
Angela Connolly and I had a conversation about what are you going to do with the campus you left behind? And at that point, we wanted to figure out how to bring it back to life and have that campus site be a more community service and engage in a different way in partnering with others. And I remember the day she said, bring me a big idea
Ooh.
of what you can do that affects health professionals'
And you love big
workforce.
ideas, so this is perfect.
So the big idea
Yeah.
was, what if one of the buildings on our original campus was converted to be a regional simulation center, which benefits all other entities that need simulation and health professions training.
Okay.
So I remember hearing from our community college leaders and other smaller institutions, simulation is the most expensive part of your training programs if you have health profession students.
Okay.
They all need it, but that technology changes so fast.
Okay.
So it's a very expensive venue to update. Mannequins are really expensive, and the technology that drives it, especially with all the new technologies around augmented virtual reality, all the things that is AI-driven, how do you stay current? And I remember talking with Rob Denson, president of
Rob.
DMAC,
Yeah.
who said, we may need to lease space because we're bursting at the seams. So we need space for simulation, and that's when I got the idea. If they're needing space and they need technology, and it's hard to stay up to date, what if we got support from Polk County to take the space that we currently use as our simulation center for our medical students? They have a brand spanking new one at the new campus, but the space we left behind could be reconvened and repurposed to be a regional simulation center. So Des Moines Public School kids and Des Moines Community College kids and any other programs that need health professions training, simulation.
Mercy College too.
Mercy College of Health Sciences is in there too.
Okay, good.
That those programs could have a place for simulation. And we would have the talented group of individuals that run all of our sim, which is now a nationally certified simulation center.
Nice.
We're one of very few universities in the country that is certified in simulation.
Okay.
What if we brought a whole team of individuals to run a simulation center that others could benefit from?
Yeah.
So
Not just DMU, but the whole community.
yes.
Yeah, the whole region.
So with support from Polk County,
Okay.
we were able to bring that back to life, and we
Neat.
are about ready to open in January.
Oh, really? In January?
With Mercy College of Health
no
Sciences
way.
students being the first ones to come in.
Oh, Dr. Adrian Henry.
So his
Oh,
students will be the first ones to
no
use it in
way.
January.
Oh, I love Dr. Henry.
We anticipate DMAC students and Des Moines
Okay.
Public School kids at some point will also benefit.
Okay.
Those who were the original partners with us get free access for a period of time.
That's amazing.
But it's also an opportunity to build a business because police department, military,
Oh.
EMT training, there are a whole lot of other people that
Yeah.
need stimulation. So we created a business model
Okay.
that will allow others to come to, because we want it to be a self-sustaining center.
And you can still monetize it and pay
Exactly.
for. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the whole team is there, ready to go. Get them ready for the kids from Mercy College of Health Sciences to start in January.
And what's this called?
It's called the Regional SIM Center.
The Regional SIM
at
Center.
DMU 32.
Oh,
so the
my gosh.
new location name
Okay.
is DMU 32,
Okay.
a health and business complex.
Okay.
So the signs out front, if you drive along Grand Avenue
Okay, I need
now,
to do it. Need to get out of West Des Moines and
says
drive down Grand.
DMU 32, and it was from 3200 Grand was that address.
Oh, yeah.
And then we kept talking about it as DMU 32 because it's no longer Des Moines University.
I love it. It
Des Moines
rhymes.
University is in 25 Grand in West Des Moines. So we started referring to it as DMU 32, and I thought, that's it.
I love it.
So there's a whole website
Very
if you're
catchy.
interested
Oh, yeah.
in
Oh, yeah.
space to be leased. We have space to lease now.
Oh.
So we're still trying to figure out who else joins
Come
us.
alongside you.
Who else joins us? So CBRE is managing
Okay.
the property.
Okay.
There's a whole website. Just plug in DMU 32 Health and Business Complex. You can find a website that can direct you to spaces that are available for lease.
Nice.
So one of the fun things that's happened, we had a wellness center there, of course.
Yes.
And we can proudly say that that is now the new home of the Iowa Wolves.
Oh.
The Iowa Wolves will have their official practice facility
Oh.
at DMU 32. So they've already moved in.
Cool.
The young theater group artists are there in one of the buildings there. That's their home. They do all their productions at the Stoner Theater.
Oh, nice.
So we're carefully selecting those who will be a part of this health and business complex that seems to fit within this vision for a community outreach and opportunity. So, of course, the Wolves, we want to make sure we take good care of them.
Sure, they're athletes.
Yeah,
They need to
meet their healthcare needs with
right.
sports medicine being an
Yeah.
area of focus in our
So smart.
and our PTs, our foot and ankle surgeons, all can provide good care to the athletes. Just as out in the Recplex in West Des Moines, our PTs take good care of our Buccaneers,
Yes,
who are out
yes,
there as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
So
The Des Moines Buccaneers.
Yeah.
West Des Moines Buccaneers.
right.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So we're sort of building our brand and
Yeah.
how even in the delivery of care with the sports performance lens,
Yeah.
with athletes now and meeting the healthcare needs of health, the performance, of future athletes.
This is amazing. I love how you work with community and other folks that have similar needs, combine them together, athletes. I mean, you are such a great problem solver and gap filler, like you see a need and you just have this amazing way to fill that. So you're what an asset to our
thank you.
state, to the state of Iowa.
Thank you.
And just working with others and collaborating. And that's always a question I ask people: how do you collaborate with others? And so you've already explained all that. That's just incredible. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
And okay, what does 30 years look
Oh
like then?
gosh! Well,
Who
maybe
knows?
it won't be me by then. Right? I'll be gone.
Oh,
30
please
years.
don't go. Please don't go.
Yeah.
Well, that's
but no,
incredible.
it's been fun to
Wow.
reimagine the space that we have
Yeah.
at
Oh my
3,200 Grand. And so DMU
amazing.
32 Health and Business Complex.
Okay.
The signs are up now. We were so excited to finally get the signs up, and they light up purple at night.
Oh, yeah, of
So
course.
drive along and see what's new there. And if interested, you can go to that website. CBRE is managing that. So there's
You've
a
got
lot of
empty
space
space,
there.
so-
There's a lot of space there to lease. But we're being very careful and
Yeah.
who fits within
Okay.
the vision.
Yeah, you do
We
have
have
to kinda
space
handpick,
for
right? Yeah, I love that.
research there, some partnerships for some research opportunities. But there's still some space left there that we're wanted to
Apply
partner.
today. Apply today. So last
Yeah.
question. I mean,
Uh-huh.
you've answered all my questions for me. I mean,
Yeah.
my goodness, I didn't have to go. I've got all this script, but I have to go through any of them because this is just amazing. So last takeaways for leaders. How can somebody be more like you? I guess what are some leadership traits that, you think others should lean on, or anything you've really learned over the years that, it's just hard to combine all these amazing things I've heard in one question. But,
Yeah.
I
Well,
guess any lessons learned or
sure.
advice for
I mean,
others.
there's some basic premises that I think I can share that I
Yeah.
think maybe in some respect I already had some of these traits in terms of my decision to go into psychology as a profession, but good listening skills
Yeah.
and conflict resolution, the
Yeah.
things that I learned to do as a psychologist, I use those skills every day. So being a good listener, really valuing the relationship, making sure people feel heard and a part of something. So this idea of a collaborative spirit of engagement is so important.
Yeah.
I have a very flat organizational structure by design, which means I have a lot of direct reports, but everyone feels so empowered to do their job. So I hire great people who are leaders. So I'm really a leader of leaders. So when we meet weekly as an executive leadership team, each person around the table, reflecting their respective areas of responsibility, has the opportunity to lead in a manner which works for them and bring their expertise. But their relationship with everyone else around the table is just as important as the skills that they bring. So the relationships and the value we place on how we are with each other is just as important as bringing the skill set to be able to do the job. So when we look for someone to join the team, a lot of times we found ourselves looking to see who fits within the sense of collaboration and the spirit of being engaged in a way that goes beyond, can you just do the job? So those relationships are so important. So I always remind people that, how you are with each other. And some of that comes from my basic philosophy of servant leadership. Even as the president, CEO, I'm here to serve, not to be served. And I say that often. So my job is just as much a part of being in the team and sort of rolling up my sleeves and getting the work done. I remember RDG design team when we were planning the new campus were shocked to know that I was at all the meetings. And I'm in hard hat out there on the construction site with everyone else. And they had never seen that before. But they were amazed at how well we came to consensus, that we would all agree, we'd all vote. We were all thinking the same thing about,
Collaborative.
we like this brick, but not that brick, or this design, but not that.
Cool. You got to pick out
And
all
a
those things.
lot of it is because we knew each other.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time together. And we were in sync in so many ways because we spent that much time together. So it aided us moving forward because we didn't have to wait and have a committee get a proposal together to run up the flagpole to have someone else approve it and bring it back down again. We're all there. We'd all agree. Are we in favor? Unanimous decision to move forward. We just kept going. So I remember RDG said, we'll go as fast as you take us. And that's what we did. We were able to build the campus in 3 years, and no one believed we could do it.
Literally
From the ground up in 3 years.
my
through the pandemic.
Yep.
Yes.
Mind you.
Yeah. Now, we, of course, were smart in given supply chain issues. All of our steel came from Carlisle, Iowa.
Oh, nice. Locally.
Our brick
resourced.
came local. Because we had that land, we could buy things ahead and stockpile it. So we had space to do that. So we made some smart decisions as we were building the campus so that we just kept going and we just moved forward and it worked. So proud of the team, proud of my board, proud of the people that said we can do this together. The students were so excited that they have an opportunity to learn in a space that's transformative and cutting edge. So it's a matter of figuring out what's next for us now. So we're looking at new degree programs.
Okay.
We're looking at DMU 32 and who's going to join us there. Research is another next new venture for us. We were not known for research, but we have so many talented faculty members who are scholars who are working on some very interesting subject areas.
Okay.
And if we can get the funding, they'll be doing some amazing things. And right now, funding in some areas might be questioned in terms of availability of funding, but we have a talented group of faculty members who are not only wonderful teachers, but they are researchers, and they want to expand their research opportunities as well.
Well, I'm so glad that you're in West Des Moines. Personally, and I'm just so glad you're in our state and all that
Thank
you've done.
you.
What a great leadership journey. I've learned so much today. You're a huge inspiration, Dr. Franklin. Love your
Thank
thinking
you.
big and relationship building and all the things that you've done and will continue to do for our region. So this has been incredible. Thank you for being on our
Oh, thank
podcast.
you.
And
I've enjoyed talking with
I'm
you.
just really, I mean, we could talk for hours and hours because this is just so interesting. So I just really appreciate you, and I can't wait to see everything come together.
Okay,
So
great.
January.
Great.
Okay. It's
Thank
amazing.
you.
So thank you, everybody, for listening to this incredible episode of The Drive podcast with Dr. Angela Franklin. And we'll see you next time. And the West is yet to come. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. The Drive, fast, fresh, and full of ideas for the leaders of today and tomorrow.